Okay, Rubicon, and today is 34 ways to use your business card. When you're not there, very often, all the person has is your business card. And I think it's important to have a picture on the business card. Now, I haven't done that, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I'm wrong. I should have my picture on the business card. Because when you're not there, what do they have? Okay? Especially if you look like Eve. You really have got to have your business card with a picture. Because, see, when you're not there, they look at the card and they can't remember quite who you are. But if your picture's on the card, they'll say, oh, I remember that person. Or if they want to show your card to someone whom you say you know, they'll say, well, here's Paul at Rubicon. Do you know him? And they'll look and say, oh yeah, that is Paul. You know. You see, you've got to have the picture. And if I say this long enough, I'll probably do it. You know, I just have to find an appropriate picture, which I think I have, by the way, in a Tommy Bahama shirt. Absolutely. Make sure all of your friends and relatives, you don't have to give them a stack, but they should have 2 or 3 cards, because that's referrals, okay? And when I tell people referrals, I'll say, look, I'm going to pay you some money. Remember? Don't be cheap. Cheap could be a bad thing, okay? A lot of people don't realize half of something is better than all of nothing. Better to share all the time. Number 2, all of your past buyers and currently listed sellers should have a supply of your business cards, without a doubt. I got to tell you the truth. I don't do that, and that's wrong. I've got some buyers and sellers that are very happy with me over the years. And I don't even stay in touch, but because of the way we talk, I'm starting to do it. And with the computer, I'm going to try to do it better. Because I'm getting people's birthdays arranged by the month. So your birthday is in August, right? I've got you in the book. Because you're not a toxic vampire. You will never find a toxic vampire on my birthday list. Okay? And you can put it on the computer. Now, I said to Marianne, how am I going to do this on the computer? She says, what you could do, you can email to yourself what you want to save on your computer. So I could email, let's say, a list of subcontractors. I send it to my email. I email to myself. Then, when I access that email, I can put it in a folder. Right? That's great. So that's now I can keep making lists and keeping it all in my emails by different folder names. Subcontractors, doctors, I don't know, friends, genetically related relatives, and have it all on my email, which I could keep emailing in. And then once I get my email to myself, Paul, I can put it in the folder that I want to put it in. Right? And I could highlight it, right? With you push the button and you highlight, and then you move it into the folder by what you've highlighted. What you've, what do they call that when you mark it on a page? You only want to send half the page, let's say.
You highlight.
What do you do?
Highlight.
You think highlight? No, there's another name for it, but I can't think of it. But the one, and you just move exactly what you wanted to move, and that's how I'm going to do it with that book I'm carrying around, because I got too much information in it. And of course now with the computer, everybody's got a password, everybody's got a code, everybody's got a username. It's driving me goddamn nuts, you know. And I've got everything written down in the book. So I've got to find a better way to do all of that. But business cards. And every time I mail something out, I put a business card in it. In all these years, quite frankly, I've only done one deal because someone opened up an envelope and had my business card. Someone at the Department of Water and Power, she was looking for a duplex, And she did it. She called me up from the card that I put in the Department of Water and Power bill. I made $6,000. I'll never forget it. And I've been doing it ever since. Always put your business. It's not costing you anything. Not only that, I'm giving you a free website to go to. They say it's free, I don't know. Okay? Remember, when you're not around, that card is representing you. So you don't want to be cheap on this, okay? You want it to look right. Wealthy friends of mine, I'm sorry to say, they invested in a Ponzi scheme with apartment houses. It was not the Bernie Madoff. It was another one in Arizona. But I looked at their literature. This literature costs a fortune, Fred. You should have seen it. My God, thick paper, shiny paper, photographs, buildings. My God, you look at the literature, it made the deal. They looked at the literature, they called up the people who mailed it, the scam artists, right? And they got a presentation over the phone. They invested. I said, how much did you lose? They won't tell me. They said, we can't tell you because it's too painful. It would be too painful to tell you how much money we lost because they promised to pay them 15% interest. You can't do that. It's too hard. 10 is great if you can do it, all right? But Leon and I, for our investors, we always made between 7 and 10% plus a lot of tax benefits, okay? All legit, all above board. Anyway, put your business card. In everything you mail, you put a business card. You send someone a Christmas card, put your business card. Mr. Min sends Christmas cards every year. He does 300 a year. He does 2 deals. He makes minimum $15,000 each deal. That's $30,000 because he sent out Christmas cards. I watch him do it. Okay? Okay? Whenever you hold an open house, okay, Nicole's going to be doing that. Leave a card in each home that you show. Let's say you show a buyer or you want to preview a property. A lot of times you're previewing because you want to meet the owner. Because when that listing expires, the owner will remember you. You want to be sure the owner has your card with a picture on it. Okay? Number 10, if you want to do this, I do it sometimes. I have cards that say free notary service. Okay? Nobody ever uses it. I don't do it for every person. I do it with people I like. Okay? And I said, look, next time you come back, I'll do a free notary for you. Unfortunately, when they come back, they don't bring the card. I said, where's the card? You got to have the card. All right? And then I don't charge them anyway. Remember, don't be cheap about these things. That's okay. Number 12, those people, the druggist, the dry cleaner, they have a lot of money. Okay, they have a lot of money to invest into a limited partnership. All right? Now, you know Milton and Rosie? That was a dry cleaner. They invested a lot of money with me. Mama Papa operations have a lot of money. Okay? Okay, 11, leave your tip. Don't be cheap if you like the person. Okay? Candy, be sure your favorite... be sure your favorite barber shop or beauty salon has a supply of your cards. Very important. I did really good with barber shops because I did probates, and the barber knew that, and he had clients who were very old, and I wound up doing, they died, and the family called me because they knew I was doing probates, but the barber shop had my card, okay, and also I offer people a referral fee. Okay, make sure each attorney, okay, supply of your cards. Oh, I like 18. Send a congratulatory note and a copy of the announcement to the parents of each couple whose wedding is announced in local papers. Okay, if you want to do that. I do it differently. It's not so much weddings, but other things. When something happens to someone that's good, I send them a little card. It's kind of nice to do. It's fun doing it. I hear you just escaped an IRS audit and you are still alive. I'd like to congratulate you. That sort of thing. Congratulatory notes to individuals, number 19. I like the college graduate thing too. That's, you know, they spent years learning, hopefully studying something. Number 20. Okay, give a supply of your cards to contractors or home remodelers. A lot of times people want work done on their house because they want to sell it. Okay? Okay, here comes hopefully a quick story. When I was going through the divorce, I had to buy some furniture, to say the least, right? Okay. So I went to the recycler. I said, because I like to buy interesting things, like Chinese furniture, right? And I don't want to go to LA, I want to go to Valley. So I went into the recycler, and I started looking at furniture for sale, and I looked for Chinese furniture. So I would call and answer the ad, and it was a lot of fun, by the way. Well, when I got there to look at the furniture, first of all, I found some great furniture, right? The dragon chairs. Where are you going to find stuff like that? I would say to people, well, why are you selling the furniture? It's beautiful furniture. We're going to sell the house, and we're going to move, and we're going to buy a mobile home and drive around the country. That's a listing. And it was a listing. I said, huh, fate has brought me here, you know. And I wound up buying the dragon chair, which you saw, and they wound up listing the property with me because they kind of liked me and I was dressed appropriately, more or less, you know. And it worked, but that's finding people who are selling furniture might be selling it because they want to sell their house. And just, it was an accident. I didn't think about it, but I fell into it. I said, son of a gun, I could find Chinese furniture and also get listings. So needless to say, I have a lot of Chinese furniture. Anyway, that's a story about the furniture. So a contractor, right, or even a pool service, I better tell that guy when we go there. People might be fixing up their pool because they want to sell their house. Up until this time, it was loaded with algae and it looked like a swamp. But now they got to clean it up because they want to sell the house. When we go to the pool place, we got to approach that guy. Okay, if you have 2 cars, keep a supply. Okay, you got to have your business card with you at all times. If you're in your car, if you're walking, I don't care. If you're jogging, I don't care what you're doing. You have got to have the card handy. Paul, if you remind me, I promise, I think I want to put my picture on my business card. Maybe a little picture. I got to do that.
Okay.
Keep picture, okay. Entering a contest. Use your card. It saves time writing your name and phone number. That's true. A lot of times you could go to a store and they say, well, I need your name and a phone number. I say, here's my card. Take the information off the card. It's public information anyway, including my license number. Business cards have got to be your #1 tool. Do you agree with that, Fred?
I do.
Oh, yeah,
You do? You agree with that? Okay. You agree with that, Eve? You always have that faraway look, like something out of a novel. You're staring.
Well, because for every thought you have, I see where I can apply it.
You think so? That's
what
the
I'm-
whole idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Making a paid phone call. No one does that anymore. Leave your card in the phone book. There's no more phone books. No more phone booths.
No more.
You know why we had to get rid of the phone booths? They used to make $600 a month income. We had telephones on the corner. There was all the drug dealers in the neighborhood. That was their office. we had to get the phones out of there. The family was saying, Nick, should we put the phones back? I said, no, my God. You know, it's just the police are running around. It was a riot here. Okay, when giving out a phone number, someone says, well, what is your phone number? Put it on the back of your business card. Oh, back of your card. Okay, on the back of my card, I'm going to have my email address, which is now,
Yes.
what is my email address?
Nick the broker.
nickthebroker@gmail.com. Can't forget it. It's easy to remember, right? I forgot it already. Okay, if you smoke, stick your card under the cellophane of your cigarette pack, especially when you visit your doctor. He'll know he's got a good client. It makes your pack easier to spot, provides a handy card, and is a conversation opener. Yeah, like, why the hell are you still smoking? That's a conversation opener. Well, I've never done 31. Apply the windshield, of course. I try not to do things I don't want done to me. I hate it when they stick cards on my windshield. I hate it.
Well, it says without state plates.
Yeah. Say
Or-
it again, Ramon.
It says without state plates.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. But you know what? It is a good idea. That is a good idea. They may be looking to move. They might have a rental commission, or they may be wanting to buy a house in the area.
In town.
Actually, I don't do it, but it's a good thing to do. It's a smart thing to do. Use it as a name tag when possible. Good idea.
Yeah.
Especially if you got your picture on it, and you're doing an open house, then they match you to the card. Good idea. Very good idea. Recognize birthdays, anniversaries, and other occasions. Now, I have found birthdays are very important to people. For me, it's a very sad experience. But for most people, they're happy about having a birthday. So I've got to change my thinking. So I realize on a birthday, I should send someone something or call them, because these are people really important to me. And I really got to organize a birthday list. And every month, think of them. Because it's important to them.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to put this on the tape. See, for me, death is a happy day. Free of pain, no more problems, the game's over, you're going off to something new, hopefully maybe something better. Who the hell knows, right? The truth is we don't know.
Yeah,
Now, another thing, people say, oh, I just had a baby. That's a terrible thing, all right? That means 40 years you're going to take care of somebody, they're going to drive you nuts, they're going to become teenagers. What the hell are you celebrating? And anybody can have a baby. Worms reproduce, an amoeba reproduces. What's the big deal about reproducing, all right? What can I say? Well, doesn't this make sense? I know. So, you tell you how to be. Tell me your son or your daughter graduated college and has a job and is helping you, then we can celebrate. Up until that point, forget it.
That should
All
be
right.
on tape. You should have a,
that should be on
the last part should be on tape.
It is.
Yeah, it is on tape.
Correct.
All right? You like that? Okay, absolutely. What the hell? You spent 40 years taking care of the little monster, and finally they're going to do something for you. Jesus Christ, you waited 40 years. And the worst thing is they're 40 years old saying, no, I just got a divorce, I don't have a place to go. Now they're coming back. Who the hell wants them back? Right? That's the truth. What are you going to do? What else was I going to say?
You're going
That's
to get in
unpopular.
trouble on this.
All right, so it's on the tape now. What are you going to do? We'll have someone will want to destroy me. All right? All right, so we can end the tape now. This is Rubicon Real Estate, nickthebroker@gmail.com. I'm going to get hate mail.